you. Next question is to Dr. Saundarya.
Yes.
So what are the new challenges for women at workplace due to rapid disruptions in economy and geopolitical or social changes surrounding the world and business?
So the key challenge that I'd really like to focus on is what we call digital fluency. The point is this. So today you have, in the Indian workplace, you have close to 24.5% women who are participating in it. That's the labor force participation. Of that, if you were to actually look at what is the percentage of women who are there in the Indian corporate scenario, it's absolutely just shrinks, and it's down to about 16% of women who are there. Now, the majority of those women are actually in the information communication technology sector. So that's where they are there. The IT companies, the BPOs, the tech companies, that's where majority of women are there, because all of these companies, if you see, they average a close, a number of about 30 to 35% of women in their workplaces. That's the highest that you can get in India. Now, in those companies, the jobs that are being done by those women are actually low-order jobs. I feel sad to say this, but the truth is that a majority of the women who are participating in a lot of these companies are at entry-level transactional jobs. That's where you find a majority of women who are participating in the information communication technology industry. Now, what is happening is the disruptive world of work is leading to automation, which means robots, bots, as they call it, are going to come into the workplace, and these are actually going to take away the transactional jobs. And who will be the biggest loser there? Women. Because women are the ones who are doing those transactional jobs to a larger extent. So the key important factor that women need to keep in mind is how digitally fluent are they going to be? How are they using the digital world to make connections, which is networking, to actually empower themselves, which is upskilling, and to actually use the world of, the digital world to make sure that their work is noticed. So we all know that women love social media. I mean, I'm sure, 90% of all of us women here, we are on Facebook. Many of us are on Twitter. Several of us are on LinkedIn and so on. But how many of us actually use that for career progression? How many of us use that to identify opportunities? The business women in this forum, how many of us actually use the digital world to further our business? So I think the key challenge that women will be facing in the coming years would be how can they become digitally relevant in a world which is VUCA. They call it the VUCA world. It's volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. That's the VUCA world that we are all in. And in that VUCA world, it's absolutely essential for women to become digitally fluent. That would be my key, takeaway as far as women are concerned.
Thank you. That's really wonderful. You reminded me of yesterday a remark, which said that in Africa there are two types of crops. One are women crops and the other are men crops. The women crops are fed to the cattle, and the men crops are the ones which are used at home. Now, naturally, all the subsidy goes to the men crops. So what happens? Women naturally die out. Women naturally die out. So being at the back end is not really helping. Therefore, promoting...
So that moving up the value chain,
that
will have to happen as far as women is concerned.
But for moving up the value chain, we have to first create value within us. It is only then can we move up the value chain. So that is the message. Thank you so much, Saundarya, for sharing that.